So, what does the term emotional intelligence mean to you?
I guess just being aware of my emotions and aware of like where I'm at in my head and how that's going to correspond into my environment.
Okay, so the actual definition, you're actually really close. So, the definition is your ability to recognize and understand emotions in yourself and others. So, this helps with like managing behavior and relationships. Okay. So, the key aspects within this is self awareness, self management, social awareness, and relationship management. So, something I wanted to ask you is given the fact that you went to university for how long? It was like 2 years?
2 years.
You went to UNC, which is in Greeley. How do you think university has helped you grow within these aspects of your emotional intelligence?
I don't know that it's helped me grow. It's definitely helped me. I guess it helped me grow in being more aware of and my management of myself, just because I know that in society as a whole, there's such a stigma around like being in touch with your emotions and knowing exactly how you're feeling and being open to feeling that way. So when I was at university, I definitely was aware of how I was feeling, but I definitely just like was able to shut it down and kind of keep that to myself when I was around other people, because I knew that it was like an uncomfortable subject or topic to talk about.
Yeah. So, I mean, comparing that with like regular IQ and emotional intelligence, like how would you say the like society rates them? What is more important to society, having a good education or being in touch with how you're feeling and like your emotions?
I think education is always at the forefront of everybody's mind, and in today's society, I think education equals success to a lot of people. So if you're not a 4-year graduate from a university or a state school or like an accredited bachelor's program, you're not considered successful, even though that like there's tons of other options like trade schools and community colleges and stuff like that, but it's just not seen the same way as higher education is, I guess. And emotional intelligence, I think, gets pushed to the side, and I think it gets a huge stigma just because I think even in like like in the news and politics and stuff like that, like people that are in touch with their emotions and like feel for people and have like this sense of sympathy and empathy towards like the terrible things that happen in our world are seen as like snowflakes, and when we're outraged about the terrible things that are happening, we're seen as like sensitive snowflakes that aren't intelligent. Like we're just uneducated, and we let our emotions take over us if we're in touch with that and we're vocal about it, I guess.
Right. So, how do you think we can help, or society can help improve the idea of emotional intelligence?
We have to take back the importance of our mental health, and we really have to treat our mental health the same way that we treat like our physical health, because if we had a cold or we had like a broken leg, we would go and get help for it and we wouldn't feel shame for it. But I think if you're feeling depressed or if you're feeling really, really happy about something, you're not able to express that in the same way that you're able to express pain or like physical pain or something like that. So I think we need to end the stigma around mental health and getting help, and yeah.
Awesome. Also, one more thing. Do you think emotional intelligence can help improve like job environment, like work environment, and things like that? Like, how do you think you like give an example of like self management that has helped you in a work environment or something like that?
Sure. I manage people at a barbershop. Like I manage my staff because I'm up at the front desk managing the clients, and I'm managing the staff, and I'm managing like the shop upkeep and stuff like that. So if I let all of that overwhelm me, I'm not going to have a successful time at work. I need to be okay, and when I'm feeling anxious, I think that's when self-management comes into play. When I'm feeling anxious, I'm able to be aware of that and not just like bypass it and try and put it off, because if I do that, I'm going to have a panic attack. Like I'm going to have an anxiety attack.
Yeah.
But I'm able to see it and acknowledge it, feel it, and then let it take its course so that I can keep on managing what I have. Like, I have a bunch of things to manage at work, and so I'm able, if I'm in touch with who I am and how I feel, I can be in touch with the room and the clients as well as the staff as well as the shop upkeep, and I can keep it all together as long as I'm managing myself first
Right.
as a priority.
Alrighty, that will be the end.
That will be the end.